Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. My mum and dad had me, my sister and brother together. Mum died 8 years ago. Dad remarried 6 years ago and it was not easy for the three of us. Dad's wife Rose has a daughter who's like 11 now. They also have a 4 and a 2-year-old together. About a week after their wedding, my siblings snuck into my room in the middle of the night, sad about dad being married and the changes that had happened. They asked if I felt like mum was really gone now and I said yeah. I asked them if they'd like for us to have something just for us, no new family involved, where we could remember mum and talk about that stuff. They said yes. So I raised the money to buy a pretty nice scrapbook, and about once a month, my siblings would sneak into my room at night and we'd put photos in and write memories we had, and I'd share the stories I remembered of mum. Since as the oldest, I remembered her best and remembered the stories about her I'd heard. We never added Rose, our stepsister, or our half-siblings when they were born. We also didn't talk about it to dad or anyone else. I knew he wouldn't love that we were doing it. I kept it hidden in my room. 3 weeks ago, Rose went through my stuff and found it. She claims she was cleaning up in my room, but I know she was snooping because I had hidden it in a place that she wouldn't be cleaning. She went through it, showed my dad, and they sat my siblings and I down and told us that was a really unfair thing to have in the house and how mean it was to do something like that without all the siblings involved. My brother said it was just for the three of us as real siblings. Dad told him he has a bad attitude and what are our stepsisters and half-siblings if not real siblings. My sister said it would always be different. Rose said we should never have made something in the home we all shared when it excluded 3 of our siblings and would hurt feelings. She said we should have done something to bring us all together. My sister said that wasn't what she wanted. My dad sent them out of the room and he and Rose told me I never should have gone along with it and how much it hurt my stepsister when she saw the book and heard what we'd been doing. Rose said it hurt her too, that she tried to make us all one family and we made sure never to close that divide in the last 6 years. Dad told me he expected better from me. They were going to destroy the book. I can't speak for my siblings, but I am done with dad after this. I only have a few months left and I won't be sticking around and won't be trying any kind of therapy with him. I'm just done. I'll be grounded or something for a while, but I don't care anymore. At least it will just be me. My sister called our grandparents after everything went off and now they know. They want to try and help, but I don't see that working. Oh my gosh. Rose was snooping and she's hurt because she did the snooping. They don't have any freaking understanding at all. You're not the kids. The dad should understand how his kids feel about their mom passing away. And it's the fact that the dad remarried 2 years later. Obviously the kids are going to feel something, okay? Obviously the kids are going to miss their mom even more, right? They aren't going to be used to the new family. How? How will they be used to it? Obviously, kids are kids. They will always miss their moms. Them having an album is just them coping with it. How dare you try to destroy the book? Yeah, I would be done with these parents too after this. The fact that Rose showed it to her own kids and hurt her own kids' feelings just says so much about her. Honestly, if you loved your kids and you don't want your kids' feelings to be hurt, you shouldn't have showed her that book anyways. You should have kept it a secret. You should have been a good mum and kept it a secret. But nope, you gotta show her and show her that, oh, your stepsister doesn't actually like you. Man, I just feel so bad for this person and their siblings. The fact that they got told off for showing memories about their mum. As if. My brother Brandon is 16 and decided he's child-free, which basically just means he doesn't want to be around our 4-year-old little cousin. We have dinner at our grandparents' every other weekend together with all our aunts and uncles and cousins. Brandon never liked our little cousin, and recently he decided that means he doesn't have to talk to her or acknowledge her existence at all. Brandon will 100% ignore her if she keeps trying to talk to him. He will stand up and go to another room. The parents don't really care about it. They are usually busy talking to each other and don't pay attention to us. Last week, Brandon was ignoring our little cousin once again. She was showing him her drawings when he stood up and went away. She started crying and I went after Brandon to call him out on it. He said he was child-free and he doesn't have to engage with children if he doesn't want to. He's not rude or mean to her, so he's not doing anything wrong. I told him he can't be child-free when he is a child himself and he is being mean to our cousin. He then acted like I committed the most atrocious crime for not believing he knows he will never want children. And he has been sending me links about people knowing really young that they don't want children. But that's not what I meant at all. I was calling him out on being mean to a 4-year-old little girl just because, and I don't care if he would ever have children or not. Yeah, call him out on it. Being child-free does not mean you're going to be mean to other kids. What the heck is he on? What, he thinks being child-free, he can just act as if no kids exist? And he's 16 years old, he should know better. What kind of person is 16 years old and is claiming he's child-free and doesn't know the meaning of child-free? Like, dude, you're dumb. Alright, moving on. I have a niece who is 13. Up until a week ago, she still believed in Santa. I asked her parents, my brother and sister-in-law, if she was just pretending to still believe it, to not make them feel bad, or maybe to get more gifts or something. But they were adamant she still believed. Last Christmas Eve, I was at the house for dinner, and she kept saying things like, I'm so excited for Santa to come tonight, and telling me everything she had asked for him and wondering what country he was in at that very moment. She doesn't have any younger siblings, so it's not like she was saying this for anybody else's benefit. She's a smart girl, does well in school and has no development delays that I know of. She just, for whatever reason, still believed in Santa at age 13. Her parents didn't seem to have an issue with it. They said they absolutely did not want to tell her the truth and ruin the magic of Christmas. Plus, they said it was beneficial for them because believing in Santa would encourage her to be good in the hopes of getting better presents, not getting cold. I love my niece a lot, and after agonizing over this for some time, I felt it might be necessary to tell her the truth. If her parents were refusing, I remember how brutal middle school girls can be. I mean, she had to be the only girl at her school who still believed in Santa. If it somehow got out that she still believed and got teased or bullied, that could be brutal and awful for her. Wasn't it better to hear it from her aunt than some mean girl or guy? So, a week ago, I told her the truth. I tried to do it in a gentle way, explaining that what Santa represents, the spirit of Christmas, is very real, but that there wasn't actually a guy with flying reindeer going to every kid's house in one night to deliver presents. She didn't say much and got a bit teary-eyed, but she did reach out to me a few days later and let me know that she appreciated me telling her the truth. Her parents, however, are furious at me and not talking to me. I feel like I did the right thing, but I know it was against her parents' wishes. Whoa. Okay, if the kid was like 5 years old or something, or like even 7 or 8 or below 10, right? I would feel like that's a terrible thing to do, ruin Christmas for them. But I feel like if someone is 13, a teenager, they deserve to know that Santa isn't real. Like, this kid didn't even throw a tantrum or cry. She just got teary-eyed because she probably knew in her heart that Santa wasn't real, I bet. But at the same time, I feel bad because it genuinely felt like she was so excited for Christmas and Santa that I feel bad that they told her. But at the same time, she's old enough to know. So I don't know why the parents didn't end, because I know some parents, they end it by saying Santa died or something. But these parents just want to keep going until when? Until the kid turns 18 or something? Because yeah, definitely one day the kid is going to be like, oh my god, are you guys excited for Christmas? Santa is coming. I'm so freaking excited for Santa. And then they're going to be teased. The other kid's going to be like, whoa, she still believes in Santa. What an idiot. And it's the fact that she was told Santa isn't real and she was okay with it. And she even reached out to them being like, thank you for telling me. Because she knew that they had good intentions in telling her that Santa isn't real. So I feel like that's okay, right? That's all good. No one is wrong in this story. They try to do the good thing for them, looking out for their niece. My husband's mom passed away late last year. It was very hard on him and his father. The holidays were rough. My husband is still struggling and I've been doing my best to be kind, supportive and understanding. But he's been less attentive with our 3 kids. And I'm pretty sure he's struggling at work too, but he won't admit it. He started therapy about a month ago and is going once a week. A couple weeks ago, he brought up to me that he wants to move his dad into our house. He said that his dad is struggling too and that being in the house he shared with his wife the past 50 years isn't doing him any good. He had an entire plan laid out, so it was obvious to me that he's been planning this for a while without talking to me about it. He wants to move his dad into the room that we had just moved our middle child into last summer. Before that, our two youngest were sharing a room, so we did some renovations to make an extra bedroom so all our kids could have their own space. He wants to force our two youngest to share a room again so his dad can move in. He also wants to talk to his dad about putting the house on the market or possibly renting it out, which means father-in-law would be here long term. After he laid out his plan, he asked me what I thought, and I told him my immediate reaction is no. I told him that barely any time has passed since his mum's death, and it's too soon to make such drastic changes in everyone's lives. I told him his dad will get better with time, and we all just need to take a step back and not rush into any decisions. He was not happy with my response and kept asking for specific reasons other than not enough time has passed. I suggested that we look into different housing options for his dad if he's uncomfortable in his home, which I get. His dad has enough money saved to afford a good retirement home or smaller condo, which would allow everyone to still have their own space. He didn't like the idea either because it would mean his dad is still living alone. I'll admit, there are reasons I didn't tell him. Seeing my husband deal with his grief has been hard, especially since it's affecting his ability to be present with me and the kids. I really don't want a second grieving man in our house. I also really don't want to kick our middle child out of the room that we made specifically for them. That isn't fair to them. But I know if I tell my husband this, he's going to think I'm being selfish, and maybe I am. Father-in-law currently lives about 3 hours away, so visiting him is difficult. We also live in a pretty rural area, and the nearest town with respectable retirement homes is over an hour away. So even that option isn't ideally close, but it's still closer. I know it sounds selfish, but I just don't think I could handle 2 grieving men in my home. I can barely handle one right now. Wow. If the dad was staying here for like a couple months, I wouldn't mind, because they are just there for the time being, so you can be there for them while they're grieving, so they can look at life a different way and be there with their grandkids and, you know, still be a bit happier while they're grieving. But if the plan is for the dad to stay with them until he dies, then that's just too much. You know, it's too much on any family for you to be like, hey, I'm moving my parents in with me forever. That's just not what someone agreed on when they married you. They want a family with you and your kids only, not with your parents. He should have been like, you know, let dad live here for like a couple months and see how he feels after, and if it's better again, he can move out, find a new home. That's totally fine. That's cool, you know, that's amazing. Bond with your dad and be there for each other. That's cool. But if you're going to expect your dad to live there forever with the kids, then that's not a good idea. We don't even know what the dad is like as a person either, so we can't really say anything, right? Because what if the dad is a terrible person? What if the dad likes getting into everyone's business? You never know. He obviously did not plan it well, because if he wanted to do this earlier, he should have talked to her about it. He should have, but he didn't. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!